of the jinn. Now first try to understand these three things. Are they mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah or not? Number one, when we talk about jinn, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got a chapter called Surah Al-Jinn, 72. This surah, and it speaks about the group of jinn who became Muslim, they heard Quran and they accepted Islam. And they have also mentioned in that what they were doing before Islam came to them. So jinn is a creation of Allah, and jinn can be of different types that we will discuss inshallah when we will be going ahead of this. So Allah speaks about the jinn in the Quran, and Allah speaks about shaitan. Shaitan is the head of them, and he is the biggest of them. Kabiruhum, he is the biggest of them, and Allah speaks about him as well. And Allah speaks about the strength, the power, the capacity, the power that Allah has given to the jinn, how they can do that. They are created from fire, the flame which has got no smoke, and these are all mentioned in the Quran. I don't go into the verses. If you need the evidence, inshallah, I'll give you, but focus on the points which I'm telling you. So Allah speaks about the jinn. And Allah has made it very clear, even with the shaitan when he was arguing with Allah, that the believers, the people with sincere, yes, they will never be overpowered by shaitan. Instead, they will overpower, they will destroy, and they defeat shaitan. So, but what is needed with iman? Sincerity. Because Allah has said, and He Himself confirms, "Illa ibadakal mukhlasin." So shaitan even he admits that I can misguide anybody, any believer, but those who are sincere believers of yours, I cannot misguide them. So this is one thing. The jinn and shaitan, they are meant to misguide us, and they are created from smokeless flame of fire. Then when we talk about the black magic, in Quran, if you study the whole Quran, there are three incidents which highlight about the black magic. Number one, the story of Harut and Marut. They were angels. When they came down, Allah changed their forms from angels to human beings. So no more questions about the angels, no more questions about the characteristics of the angels. They came down, they became humans, so we talk only about Harut and Marut as humans. That's simple to understand, not to go into falsafa and the philosophers of, Imam Razi Rahmatullah, he said that I spent all my life for, talking about falsafa, and then I realized that I wasted my whole life. So we don't have to go there. Now Allah made them, they were angels, Allah made them humans, so we talk about Harut and Marut as humans. And when Allah speaks about the knowledge that was given to them, knowledge has got both the characteristics, good and bad. Like for example, we have a knife here. We take the knife, we have the knowledge of this weapon as this is the knife. And this knife can do good and can do bad. Knife can, use in the hospital by the surgeons to operate the body to cure the person. And the knife can also be used in the street of our Luton every week to stab the young kids. So it's a knowledge of that weapon is that it is a knife, but it can have good impact. And so the knowledge that Allah gave to the Harut and Marut, it was not, actually that knowledge was not emphasizing only on bad. It has got both the things. You can use it in a good way and you can use it in the bad way. Is Quran bad? No. Is Quran teaching wrong things? No, but there are people who are using Quran for their personal gain in a wrong way. So can we say that Allah revealed the bad things in the Quran? No. So this is how the people they use it. That's the same way Harut and Marut, when Allah blessed them with the knowledge, some of them misused it. And the misusing of that was using magic spell from those, those educations or the knowledge, they use some magic spells to break the relationship between husband and wife. Now the people are saying, how Allah allowed them to do that? Allah can stop them and Allah can let them do. But if somebody does not want to pray, Allah will not force him to pray. Will Allah force him to pray? If somebody doesn't want to become Muslim, will Allah force him to become Muslim? No. So there is no compulsion in our religion. And if somebody is doing good or bad, the result will be on the day of judgment. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He has allowed the magicians to do black magic and separate husband and wife, that's the permission. Allah has given them the choice. If Allah wanted to stop them, Allah could have stopped even shaitan. Allah could have sealed his mouth. He couldn't say, Ana khairun min. Uskut ya harami, ya ghabi, ya himar, ya this. Anybody, Allah could say, Uskut. He couldn't say, but Allah gave him the choice to speak. Yes? So that way, same thing. The black magic happens with Allah's permission because Allah gave the choice to the magicians to do good or bad, and it's their choice. So based on that is happening. Otherwise, if Allah doesn't want that to happen, it won't happen. So this is one incident about the black magic. That this magic was normally used, and now it has been advanced and expanded in a way that people are using black magic or magic spells to separate between parents and children, husband and wife, friends, partners in the business, brothers and sisters. So any relation between two people, the magic has been used to separate them, to destroy their relationship. So this is one of the examples that we know from the Quran. The second example of mesmerizing, this is also one kind of a black magic or a kind of a magic. That is that we learn from the story of Musa alayhi salam and the magicians. Sahara ayunuhum. This is the Arabic verse where it says that they were mesmerized by, they could see things which were not real. And it can happen even to any Muslim. Musa alayhi salam was Muslim or not? But even he could see that their stings look like snakes. So this kind of a mesmerizing kind of a black magic is also used today. And it has now, I don't know in UK, but it has become in different part of the world, this hypnotism has become part of science today. Medical science are in some places they are practicing this hypnotism, and they are mesmerizing with their techniques, and they rape women. So this is a part of a kind of a black magic. And another example which many people they don't agree, but we Muslims believe in the Quran and we believe in the Sahih Hadith, yes? And according to the consensus of the Muslim scholars of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, after the Quran, the two great Sahih books of Hadith are Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. So from that we can come to know that the revelation of Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, these two surahs, they speak about the black magic that was done upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the whole story is that there was a young girl, she was a Jewish girl, she used to work in the Prophet's house to clean his house and look after the taking care of the stuff. She was from Labid ibn Asim, Yahudi magician. Labid ibn Asim, he asked for the hair of Prophet's beard, and 11 knots were made in this, and magic spell was read on this, and it was buried in the well. And the effect of the black magic was so severe that it damaged the surroundings of the well. All the greeneries became like dead. All the plants died, and even the water became like darkish red color like this carpet that you have. Okay, don't get scared, okay? We are not doing any magic here. So don't look at the carpet and think, oh, Sheikh is saying something like that. It was at that time. Alhamdulillah. See, I want to change your mood because when I'm teaching you, I see you, some of you are getting stressed out. So I will, in between, I'll make you, enjoy a little bit as well. Alhamdulillah. But I'm very serious otherwise. I'm very serious. Remember that. I changed my technique of teaching after, some of the teachers, my teachers told me. Otherwise, I was very serious even in my martial art. I used to, before 1991, I used to fight with 8 people in the ring. So that was me, and my nature was different. So alhamdulillah, now why I'm teaching you? Because we are learning Islam. And our Prophet ﷺ was never used to get angry unless it is very serious things. Otherwise, he used to be like very normal, down to earth, humble to the people. And people would like to listen to him more and more. So I want to, develop that. I don't have that characteristics yet. I'm not that good speaker, but I'm trying my best to be like that, alhamdulillah. So in case in between, if I can see some of the brothers are very serious looking at me like this, so please try to understand that I'm trying to be like that, happy and jolly with you guys, but otherwise, personally, I'm a very serious guy, alhamdulillah. Okay, so this is another example, and also very famous verse of Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, and the verse is 275, where it speaks about the touch of shaitan, where the people are talking about the sar'a, which is epileptic reaction, and mas. They talk all about it, and some of them are denying that shaitan cannot harm you, shaitan cannot possess you. They have all those kind of things. But this ayah has also explained that shaitan can harm you through the black magic as well. And based on my experience since 1995, I came to this field as a Raqi since 1995, and based on my experience, subhanallah, I have seen different ways of black magic done on the people, and different ways the jinn have narrated their stories, and different ways the jinn have given the shahada, and it is almost, medically, I even don't wish any bad to any Muslim doctors who deny this. I had so many discussions with many medical doctors, Muslim doctors. They say, you people are Raqis, are all possessed by jinn if you think jinn can possess you. But there is no such kind of thing. I said, okay, I don't wish bad for you, but I can tell you one thing. Please stand up. Stand up for a minute. Can you see him? Compared to his body, myself, I'm 20 stone, he may be 10, maybe 5. Yes or no? His strength and my strength is different or not? Yes. Definitely. Logically you can say that. But I have seen people who have been possessed by the jinn, and people of his kind could easily lift a person of my size and throw it like this. And it has happened in front of my eyes. This is not medical explanation. There is no medical explanation. Because all these medical doctors who I had arm wrestling, they couldn't defeat me. So I said, you come on, man. If you don't accept it, at least accept that could happen spiritually. If you can't, if you think there's no medical, okay, let's try your medical way and defeat me. They can't. So this has to be natural. And it has to be like a spiritual thing. I'm just giving that one of the examples, alhamdulillah. But afterwards, inshallah, I finished. All of you are free to discuss with me about this, whether it is yes or no, it is happening or not happening. We can discuss, inshallah. There is no problem with that. And I'll always say that good luck to everybody, because there is no hard feelings. That's your opinion, your experience. So we should not feel anything bad. You should not think that he's putting you down. And Imam Shafi'i says that you cannot win the debate with the Jahil. So I'm of that. I believe in that. Alhamdulillah. By the way, my martial art career, I was undefeated. But Allah just brought me to the deen. So that's a different case. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So these are the 3 problems. And the evil eye also is mentioned in Surah Al-Falaq. Hasad is there, Hasid is there, and Ain is there, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has, explained how to deal with that. So these are the 3 spiritual cases that we know, and today what we see is that first of all, the biggest reason for us that why we people are having this kind of problems, and 99% of my cases are not spiritual. People, they come to me talking about spiritual things, but actually they don't have the spiritual problems, it's the social problems. And when the social problems are not dealt properly, they will relate it to, yeah, job nahi chal raha hai, kisi ne jadoo kar diya. Oh my, the job is not working well, maybe somebody has, done jadoo on me. Oh, my son, he was very good in studies, now he is not good at all because somebody has done evil eye on him. All these social problems, there are so many thousands of elements are there to discuss your case, and before concluding that it is a spiritual problems. Now let's understand first the nature of the jinn before we go to the main Ruqiya system. Who are jinn? Jinn are creations of Allah. Allah created them. Why Allah created them? Surah Al-Dhariyat, Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I have created jinn and ins to worship me. So they are also created to worship Allah. What are the sources for them? Allah and His Rasul, Quran and the teaching of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. At this time, after the coming of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, before they have to follow the religion of Sulaiman alayhi salam, Dawud alayhi salam, all the prophets who were there at that time. So their religion was the same. They have to believe in Allah, and they have to believe in the Prophet and the Messenger of that time, and they have to follow the book that was revealed at that time. So after the coming of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made all the jinn to believe in Allah, Islam, Quran and teaching of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But as humans are being given the choice, like today you see all kuffar, they are doing everything what they want. This is because Allah has given them the choice. Same thing, the jinn are also been given the choice. There are Muslim jinn, Quran says in Surah Al-Jinn, chapter 72, and verses from 11 to 14, they all speak about the characteristics of the jinn. So jinn are Muslim jinn, and jinn are non-Muslim jinn. Jinn are white jinn, jinn are black jinn. Can be all that we see, whatever the jinn, they are all the same. The difference is that their habitat is different than our habitat. We live in the social life like this, in the cities and towns. They live in the jungle, they live in the graveyards, they live in the toilets, they live in the, garbage and dirty places. Muslims, they live with the Muslim community, in the MAJID, in the houses like that. They eat, they drink, they sleep, they get tired, everything. They marry, they produce, they have dhurriyat, and they have what you call normal activities as we have. They have different kinds. They are animals who are jinn, but they are in the form of animals. They are jinn in the form of wind, flying, and then they are jinn who are normal creatures of Allah made of fire. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them the choice to accept good or bad, and they can do anything that they want. If they want to do good, it's the choice given to them. If they want to do bad, their choice is given to them. But remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that shaitan is our open enemy. And I can tell you, my brothers and sisters, no jinn can ever harm you if you don't give the room to the jinn to harm you. So Islam is the only religion that gives us, practical example to protect yourself from shaitan. To protect yourself from shaitan. And these things does not need to be becoming, a sheikh and alim and hafiz Quran and a scholar learning from the universities, having a degree in, hadith and having the degree in the fiqh. No, it's a practical life. Like many of you, I've seen you now, I'm not looking at their faces, they started yawning now. And this is one of the things that we all yawn, yes or no, when we get tired. And the moment you open your mouth, you should cover your mouth when you yawn, yes or no? This is the teaching of Islam. Many reasons for that. One of the reasons is that shaitan will try to get into your body. So we should avoid this. So this is one of the examples. Eat with Bismillah, shaitan will not share your food. Drink with Bismillah, shaitan will not share your food. Learn the dua before going to the toilet with understanding, not just reading in Arabic and you are happy, I read it, and you don't know what you're saying. You don't know why you are saying it. Or you learn the dua because your father was forcing you, hitting you. No, I won't hit him, don't worry. So your father is pushing, your mother is pushing, your brothers are teaching you, your Maulvi Sahib in the madrasa teaches you, learn this dua. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khabaith. You don't know what is khubuth wal khabaith. You just learned it and you are doing it, routine. No. Even if you don't know in Arabic, if you know the reason that alhamdulillah the toilet is the place for the jinn and shayateen, you make an intention that Allah protect me from this. I'm going into this place, Allah protect me, Allah will protect you, even if you say it in your Pahari language. You don't need to have the dua in Arabic. It is all in your head why you're saying it, when you're saying it, for what you're saying it. Alhamdulillah, it will help you. So these are the examples. You keep your body clean. The best thing is keep yourself with wudu. MashaAllah, shaitan cannot come close to you. Instead, Allah will send one angel to protect you as a bodyguard. Free bodyguard, without insurance. You don't even have to pay anything. You'll get one bodyguard, MashaAllah, angel who will protect you because you are with the wudu, MashaAllah. So you don't need any bodyguard there. So these are the ways by which, shaitan, look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in Surah An-Nas. الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ. And there are Arabs, you ask them, fi sudur nas, in the chest. Chest can be center, sadr means the head, middle, center. Center also can be the brain, center can be the chest, sadr. But it says fi. It doesn't say ala. In Arabic, fi and ala has got different act, different impact. Fi means in. Where are we? We are in the masjid or on the masjid. And the word is ana fil masjid. If you say in Arabic ana ala al masjid, the Arab will catch and give you one slap. Come on, man. Ala masjid? Sure Arabic hada. This is how they will laugh at you. So in the masjid. So this shows that the jinn is going inside your chest. It could be in your brain, could be in your chest, could be in the center. And it says in. And what does it do? يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ. They are